The silent weight of love. Amira had always believed that love was a luxury reserved for people who had enough time to dream. For her, the days were crowded with survival, balancing two part-time jobs, caring for her younger brother, and navigating the endless chaos of a city that never seemed to pause for breath. Yet even in the exhaustion of long bus rides home, she found herself searching for something. Some quiet warmth that could remind her she was more than a machine grinding through life. She first saw Daniel in the corner of the cafe where she worked the evening shift. He was nothing extraordinary at first glance, a law student, weary from reading, tapping his pen against thick textbooks. But there was something in the way his eyes lingered on people. Not judgmental, not distant, but as if he was always trying to understand them more deeply than they expected. For weeks, he came in silently, ordering the same black coffee, nodding politely to her, but never pushing conversation. Amira noticed, against her will, that she started to anticipate his arrival, straightening her apron, tucking back loose strands of hair, hiding the fact that she was waiting for him. One night, after a long shift and a storm raging outside, Daniel remained long after closing. The cafe was empty, rain sliding down the glass like restless tears, and Amira found him staring, not at his books, but at the reflection of the storm. She approached and teased, "You know, we close in 10 minutes, unless you want me to charge you rent for this corner." He smiled then, the first real smile she had seen, and it changed everything.
That night they talked, and the nights after that. She learned about his ambitions, his doubts about the justice system, his fear that becoming a lawyer meant losing the parts of himself that cared too much. He learned about her struggles, how her father had left, how her mother worked herself to illness, how Amara had promised her little brother that he would never feel abandoned. In those late hours, in the hollow silence after closing time, two worlds, one of privilege and one of survival, began to intertwine. Love didn't arrive like a sudden flame. It grew slowly, like light filtering through heavy curtains, until she realized it was there, warming her life. But reality was not gentle. Amra was constantly reminded of the divide. His friends, who spoke in polished accents and joked about vacations abroad, her coworkers who whispered that she was foolish for believing someone like him could love someone like her. She told herself she was strong, that she didn't care, but when she saw Daniel being pulled back into his world of lectures, debates, and family expectations, doubt curled inside her chest. The breaking point came the night his parents invited her to dinner. She wore her only nice dress, the hems slightly frayed, her shoes carefully polished, though still cheap. She walked into their elegant home, every detail screaming of wealth and comfort she had never known. Her mother's eyes scanned her like a report card, and his father asked questions laced with condescension. "And what do you plan to do, Amra? Are you studying? Do you see yourself in a career path that matches Daniel's future?" She smiled politely, swallowed her shame, and left that night with tears she refused to let Daniel see.
She tried to end it after that. She told him she didn't belong in his life, that love couldn't survive such imbalance. But Daniel didn't let go. He found her at the bus stop, standing beneath the dim streetlight, and said words she would never forget. "You think love is about fitting into someone's world. But for me, love is building a new world where we both belong." It wasn't easy. There were nights when arguments erupted, over money, over time, over fear of the future. There were days when she wondered if she was dragging him down, and days he wondered if she was pushing him away. But always there was that choice, again and again, to stay, to fight, to believe that the fragile bridge they had built could carry them forward. Years later, when her brother graduated from college, the first in their family to do so, Amira stood beside Daniel, her hand in his, knowing that their love had not erased the weight of the world, but it had given them the strength to carry it together. It was not a fairy tale, not the kind of romance that ended with a perfect bow. It was messy, flawed, and painfully real. Yet, in its imperfection, it was the truest love she had ever known.